Legislators approved hundreds of bills this past legislative session, including the $107 billion budget approval. But that's not the only thing legislators got done in Richmond.
WFXR's Bill Wadell was one of the first to sit down with delegates after their 46-day session wrapped up. He shows us what lawmakers are doing to attract new business and help others grow in tonight's Virginia at Work.
After a short session in Richmond, delegates say they got a lot accomplished.
Virginia really is open for business and putting its citizens first.
Democrat Sam Rasoul and Republican Chris Head agreed to a roundtable all about legislation that affects business. Weighing in, Cortex Leadership Consulting CEO Linda McNutt-Foster and Baraka Kasongo, the CEO of Alacia Language Network. Number one, venture capital, money from private investors or specialized institutions that invest in iffy opportunities.
It's highly risky stuff most of the time, but they're looking for big returns. They know they're going to lose a bunch of times, but when they win really, really big, and they are always looking for opportunities.
Virginia only gets 1% of venture capital in the country. Legislation could change that with enticing incentives for investors.
This year, one of the bills that's passed out, and we'll see where the governor goes with this, but is Nick Rush's bill on venture capital that just basically says if you're a Virginia venture capital firm and you're investing venture capital money in Virginia and you hit it really, really big, we're not going to tax you on the growth and the return on that. So we want the money coming here.
Number two, giving small business owners a break. Rasoul supports legislation that helps new small business owners if they accidentally forget or skip paperwork.
Allows for the Commonwealth to waive certain penalties and fees if in your first 2 years as you're opening up a startup, if you've missed a filing deadline. So you still have to pay whatever you're liable for, but the penalties and fees can be waived because Lord knows sometimes at the beginning when you're getting starting up, you don't even know that there are certain filings.
But I love this, the healthy debate that we see in Virginia at least, because in Washington, oh my goodness, it gives such a negative, bad taste.
Number three, better connections. Delegates are excited about Amtrak returning to Roanoke, an additional daily flight to Dulles, and growing support to fund the I-73 project in the future. But when it comes to amending Virginia's Constitution to overrule state regulations, many lawmakers remain divided.
With a majority vote of each house in a resolution, not needing a governor's signature and not giving a governor an opportunity for a veto on it, it would just be, we could nullify a regulation and say, you know what, guys, the law is there, but you guys got this wrong, so stop it. And we've never been able to do that before.
This is just strife with all kinds of constitutional problems. Number one, you've got, it upsets the apple cart as far as balance of powers.
To watch our three-part discussion, go to virginiafirst.com. Click on Sections, and you'll find Virginia at Work under the Community list. Bill Wadell, WFXR News.
Many of the bills passed in the legislature are on the governor's desk for a signature. If he signs, they would become law in July.